In this video, I'm going to be showing you how I make my animations. Hello everyone, and in this video I'm going to be showing you how I make my animations, as you saw in that intro. So let's get into it. So if you open Blender, set everything up, you'll see this. You want to click General, select everything, and delete. Now, here comes the tricky part. If you've downloaded the models, click File and Append. Now, you're going to want to go to anywhere on your computer, like Downloads, and search through it. I have lots of models on here. And then, let's say I want to do Spring Bonnie. So if I double click on it, you want to come over to Collection. It's very hard to find in here. Double click on it and press A. It'll select all of them. Now press Append. Now if that collection thing isn't there, you want to get a different model because that one is broken. Now as you could see, it's a little big here, so you just want to select these black lines, or sometimes there's going to be like cones there. You want to press S at the side of the screen and then drag it to the middle until you think it's a good enough size. To tell, you want to do Shift and then press A and then add a camera. Now, if you don't see any arrows, you want to come up here. If you do, you're fine. You just want to drag it to the right place and press the camera thing, and you'll be able to see what the camera sees. So to move stuff around, you want to press G, and you can move it up here. Now you can tell it's too close. So while you're in the camera, you can move around, but not like this. It'll put you outside of the camera's view. So you want to go back in and do Shift Wiggly Line. Now you can move around with the camera. And so just place it, and that box in the middle, that's what the camera can see. And so I think right about here. Now, there's two types of animations when you're doing Five Nights at Freddy's. A human animation and a robot animation. So now, to animate, you want to click on the black lines and go up here and click Pose Mode. Now, you could select all the different bones. It's very overwhelming and stuff. But you just want to find different bones and just move them around. So you could go like, that does that. Alright. Also, some bones you cannot move. If you move it like this, it'll rotate them. And so, I like to use a little shortcuts. If you do R, you'll be able to rotate it from your view. Or if you press R twice, you'll be able to rotate it anywhere. Now, you could also press G, and it'll move the part. Now, on these bones, it doesn't let you move them, it just lets you rotate them. And some of them will have this mirrored thing, if you downloaded the model. If it has this mirror, it'll move the other side, too. So if you disable that, you can only move one. If you re-enable it, you could do that. And so now that we have our model, we could go ahead and start animating. And so if we select the head one, which is at the back of the head, we can press R twice, make it look at the camera. Now make sure before you do anything, you want to click auto keying. If you don't do that and you already make a move, just press I twice. So now that you have that, then you just I twice, or if you moved after you turn this on, you can drag to a random place and move it. So now if you play back from the beginning, he moves. So if you want to do a robot movement, follow these steps. Skip to that time on the screen to do human movement. Alright, so you want to do these arrow keys on your keyboard. Go right 1, 2, 3 times. 1, 2, 3. and then you want to bounce it. So it'll be like he moved this way, so he's going to come back. So he's going to come back the way he came from. His head came from. Like that. So it'll be like. And now you go to this keyframe and go 1, 1, 2. 1, 1, 2. Alright, now we're going to bounce it back the way it was heading before. Now if you play it, mine doesn't look that good, but I'm just rushing it for the video. So, if you do that, then you could have the mouth. So, let's say he's going, hi. If we have audio in here, which people have other tutorials, or I'll make one in the future, if you just set the keyframe right here, I twice, and go over until he stops talking. So let's just say he says one word in 10 frames, then we do I twice again, go in between those keyframes. If there's not an in between, it's fine. And you want to do R, wait no, you want to leave the camera view and go right in front of his face. And then you want to do R twice and open his mouth. So it's like that. Hi. Hi. We could shrink this so he stops faster. Hi. And then we could go kids. And then we should I twice. Here. Do this. Alrighty. Hi, kids. There we go. So that's how you animate a robot. Time to do a human movement. Alright, so sometimes this will look a little weird at the bottom. You do just want to click here and go to timeline. Now these might look a little weird, but you know, it'll be the same. Now you could just rotate it like that. But what we're really going for is making every bone move at once. So let's say he's going like this. Do that. Alright, and then we just go until like 12. And then I make him look that way. And then we just press space and then twice, so it's like at a random time. Let's lower this so it's faster. And you just want to barely move him just a slight bit. So he's like always moving. So then here. Now that looks like too much of that. We want more of like a swing up and a swing down. Alright, so now that we have that, we could take another bone, such as the arms. We could have starting off like this. And then throughout the whole thing, we'll just go. So now, then, we do the same for here. And then we can move his eyes. And this time we don't want to rotate, we want to move. So if we start this, we're going to move it over here. So then we have this. One arm is like that, but I don't want to animate that right now. It takes a long time. So now, once you add the camera like in the other one, I only animated 2 parts and it looks pretty good. So once you're done with that, this is very important. Do it every time. So you want to come over to this picture thing and change this to where you want it to go. So I want it to go to my videos and change this to FFmpeg video. And then if your computer is bad, like if you have a laptop or something, go down to the one above it, go down to simplify, turn it on, click the arrow, and turn this all the way down, turn this down, and turn this down. You want to keep this though. So, like that. Make sure this is correct. And set the frames to the right amount you want. So mine ends at 70. So let's do end 70. All this will be grayed out. So then it'll be like this. Instead of like for a long time. So once you do that, you want to go to render and click render animation. Wait till it renders. Mine's going pretty fast because I barely did anything. Now if you open up your file manager and go to videos, you can search for it. I have lots of animations here. Once you find it, such as this one, you open it up and it'll play. And as I said, if you want audio, it'll be in another one of my tutorials or in someone else's tutorial. So I hope you have a great day and hope this helped. See ya.